So now I'm going to show you how to change a filter or load a filter into a filter holder. So you'll have your filter holder. You can remove that from the bag and place it on your foil workstation. So this is baked foil that we'll send up, and you can tape it down to form a clean area to work. Then you'll have your filter in a bag. So you can remove that from the bag. Set that on your workstation, and then you'll also have clean tweezers. They'll likely be sent in a jar, but they may also be in a Ziploc bag like this, and they will also be wrapped with baked foil on the end. So you can remove them from the baked foil and just set them on the baked foil like that. So you can unwrap your filter holder, unscrew the bolts holding it shut, set those to the side, and then lift the lid up and set it to the side, also on baked foil face down. Open up your filter packet. And just be gentle as you open the folds. And the filter should be rough side up, which is the correct placement. And then you take your tweezers, pinch it just on the outside, and then move it over onto the filter holder. Now I just used one set of tweezers to do this movement, but you can also use two if you're more comfortable with that. Put your tweezers down on your clean surface, and then take the lid.
Just 1 second. Make sure at this point, before you use a filter, it can't have any damage, any tears or holes or punctures in it prior to sampling. If there is a tear or a puncture, then the flow won't be even across the entire surface, so you can't use that filter. You can use that filter as a blank, but you can't use it for sampling. If there's damage to the filter after you sample, you can note it down when the damage occurred. Like if you accidentally tear it when you're removing it from the sampler, this isn't a big deal, we can still use this. If you tear it when you're loading it onto the sampler, then you should use a new filter.
So then you can place the lid back on the filter holder, screw your bolts back down, and you want to make sure that the pressure is even across them. Wrap the filter holder back up. Close up your foil packet. It should be at least 2 folds on each side. And you can put it back in the Ziploc bag it came in and place it in the freezer after labeling it. Put your tweezers back in the baked foil packet and into their container. As long as they haven't touched an unclean surface like a countertop, then they're good to use again. And then place your filter holder back into the Ziploc bag for transport to the sampler.